Hi, my name is Angie. I'm a social psychology professor and yoga instructor. I've been making some yoga videos to assist us all during this physical distancing period that many people around the world are experiencing right now. In my country, we actually had a few restrictions that were eased yesterday, which means that we have a little bit more ease of moving around outside in the world than we've had for the last few weeks. And although this feels like something we should celebrate and be excited about, I found myself yesterday feeling a bit of anxiety and unbalance over the fact that, look, I'd created my routines, I'd sorted out what my way of being productive was during this new experience. And now this shift is requiring that I also shift or adjust to new opportunities. And I actually found it rather challenging. So I thought what I'd like to do today is to create a yoga class that's about balance. That is, how do we find balance when we feel frustration, when something feels challenging, when something is difficult? This is a yoga asana class, which means we're primarily going to be focusing on physical balance that requires strength and stability throughout the shoulder girdle, the hips, but also strength throughout the core. It's going to be a hard class. So I'm going to push a lot. We're going to do a lot of balancing sequences. And doing well in this class is not that you held everything perfectly stable. Instead, it's that you pushed yourself through it. So even if it gets difficult, even if it's frustrating, even if you fall out of the pose, you stick with it and you continue forward. And in that way, hopefully, it might also help train us a little bit to deal with the frustrations or these disturbances to our balance out in real life, ways to maintain equanimity in the face of a lot of turbulence out in the world. Okay, so those are our goals for today. Do stick with it. Let's see, I might fall out of half of the poses today. And again, the goal is not to do everything perfectly, but to try to stick with it, to see if you can stay calm, even when something feels challenging or difficult. So as normal, if you have not yet, please go wash your hands, go wash your face with soap and water. And then when you're ready, come on back and join us. We're going to start in sun salutations. So coming to the top of the mat. Toes together, heels might be slightly apart. Try to wake up the body if you haven't practiced in a while, if you haven't had a lot of movement. We want to turn on the legs, feel some activation, find a neutral pelvis, activate or brace the core. Spine is long, chest and shoulders are relaxed. We'll inhale the palms up, gaze up at the fingertips. Exhaling, hinging forward from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, stepping the left leg back, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the right leg back, finding downward facing dog, long spine. Inhaling forward into plank or into hands and knees. Exhaling, strong shoulders, bending the elbows, chin and chest toward the ground. Inhale, rolling the chest through, gazing up in cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, pulling the weight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the left leg forward, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the right foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, second round, right side. Inhaling your palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, hinging forward from the hips, spine stays long. Inhale, stepping the right leg back, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the left leg back, downward facing dog. Inhaling slowly forward into plank or into hands and knees. Exhale, bending the elbows, chin and chest toward the ground. Inhaling, rolling the chest through, gazing up, cobra. Exhale, pulling the weight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward, lunge pose, gazes forward. Exhale, stepping the left foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhaling, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling. Third round, back to the left, inhaling your palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, stepping the left leg back, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the right foot back, downward facing dog, spreading your shoulders. Inhaling slowly forward into plank, bring the hands and knees. Exhaling, keeping those shoulders spread as we bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, rolling the chest through, gazing up. Exhale, tucking the toes, pulling the weight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the left leg forward, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the right leg forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling. Back to the right. Inhaling your palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, stepping the right leg back, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the left leg back, downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank or into hands and knees. Exhale, bending the elbows, chin and chest toward the ground. Inhale, rolling the chest through, gazing up, chest is open. Exhale, tucking the toes, weight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the left foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, 2 more rounds, back to the left. Inhale, palms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, stepping the left leg back, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the right leg back, downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank, or into hands and knees. Exhale, bending the elbows, chin and chest toward the ground. Inhale, rolling the chest through, gazing up. Exhale, tucking the toes, pulling the weight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the left leg forward, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the right foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, last round, right side. Inhaling your palms up. Gazing up. Exhaling, hinging forward from the hips, spine is long, neck relaxed. Inhale, stepping the right leg back, lunge, gazes forward, hips square. Exhale, stepping the left leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank or into hands and knees, spine long. Exhale, bending the elbows, chin and chest to the ground. Inhale, rolling the chest through, gazing up. Exhale, pulling the weight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right leg forward, lunge pose, gazing forward. Exhale, stepping the left foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, Samsthiti. So from the top of the mat, where you can see the screen, we'll step or drop the feet, hips distance apart, feet parallel, toes facing forward. Starting with a little bit of balance, checking in with our ankles. We'll inhale the palms up overhead, interlock the fingers, palms toward the ceiling, and then come up on the toes, gazing forward toward a single point, and focusing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly down on the heels, opening the palms to the side, palms to the hips, elbows back, rolling the chest open, inhaling. Gaze slightly up, exhaling, we'll hinge forward from the hips, keeping that nice long spine. So if your hamstrings or your back are tight and you find yourselves here, use your palms as a kickstand, see if we can just get that long spine. Otherwise, maybe we come further down, grabbing the big toe with the first 2 fingers. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Legs stay active, core is raised. Exhaling, top of the head toward the ground. Breathing deeply for 1, 2, 3. Spreading those shoulders. 4. Shoulders away from the ears. 5, 6, 7, and 8. From any position, inhale, lengthening the spine, already working on that stability of the hips. Exhaling, palms to the hips, elbows back, strong spine. Inhaling all the way back up to standing. Exhaling, stepping or jumping your feet together. From the top of the mat, we'll step the left foot back 3 to 4 feet distance, heels aligned, left toes out 45 to 60 degrees, right toes facing the top of the mat, hips open, aligned with the length of the mat. Inhaling your palms up, shoulder height, finding triangle. Exhale, pulling the body toward the right side. Spine stays long. Exhale, dropping the right palm, raising the left, shoulders aligned with the right leg, finding a position where you're nice and open, fingers pulling up, not back. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, pressing through that right foot, back up to standing, turning the right toes in, left toes to the back of the mat. Exhale, pulling the body toward the left side, dropping the left palm, raising the right. Again, strong hips, stability throughout the spine, gazing up. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, strong left leg, pressing through that left heel back up to standing. Again, turning the left toes in, right toes to the top of the mat. We'll take Ardha Chandrasana, balancing pose. So for this, we'll bend the right knee a bit to bring our right palm to the ground in front of the right foot. Kick up on the back leg, raising the left arm. This should feel a lot like triangle, but much less stable. Right leg stays strong, gazing up if you can. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly left leg down. Oh goodness. Turning the right toes in, left toes to the back of that. Same thing, left side, bending that left knee, left palm comes down, popping up the right leg, keeping the chest open, chest ideally aligned with the legs. Legs stay strong if you can, gazing up. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly right leg down, coming back up to standing, turning the left toes in, palms to the hips, elbows back, rolling the chest open, inhaling, gazing slightly up, exhaling, wide leg forward fold, same as we did from standing with the heels closer together. You can bring the palms to the knees or grab the big toe with the first 2 fingers in any position. Inhale, lengthen that spine, exhaling, forward fold. For 1, again, shoulders away from the ears. 2, using the core to get the head down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, palms to the hips, elbows back. Inhaling all the way back up to standing. Exhaling, we'll step or jump to the top of the mat. Another balancing sequence. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana into Dekasana and back forward. So, from this position, you want space, so you may come to the midpoint in your mat, depending on where you are in the room. Left leg is strong, pressing through the ball of the left foot and the heel, keeping the hips square. We'll inhale, raise the right knee. You can grab the right knee or the right big toes, and then if you want to, exhale, extend the right leg forward, gazing forward toward a single point for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly releasing that right leg. Keep lifting that leg using your strength. Right palm to the hips, gazing forward. 1, 2, 3. Shoulders line with the hips, no lean backward. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Palms up, shoulder height. Exhale, bringing the right leg back, chest forward. See if you can get the chest aligned, the leg aligned, parallel to the ground, gazing slightly down and forward. For 1, try and keep the hips square. 2, strong left leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Not finished. Bring that right leg back forward. You can bend the knee in one last time. Whew. We'll stay for 1, 7, and 8. All right, we made it. Other side. Standing strong through that right leg. We'll inhale, raise the left leg. You can grab the left knee or the left big toe, and then if you want to, exhale, extend the left leg. Again, gaze is forward. Shoulders, if possible, aligned with the hips, hip with the right ankle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Strong left hip flexor, gently releasing, pointing the left toes, gazes forward, shoulders aligned with the hips for 1, 2, 3, keep breathing, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Degasana, palms up, shoulder height. Exhale, slowly bringing the left leg back, the chest forward, strong left leg, strong right leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Left knee back up, palms to the hips. Woo. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale, slowly release that left leg. Good job. Shake anything out if you need to. Just did some flexion extension, working on the hips there. Let's get some rotation. We'll take a tree pose, choosing your option, standing strong through that left foot. So pressing through the ball of below the left big toe, pressing through the heel, lifting if you can that arch. We'll open the right hip. First option is to take a bit of a kickstand position, especially if you've got a bit of laxity in your ankles. We could bring the heel onto the calf or up into the left thigh. The goal is not to press into the left knee. Trying to keep the hips square, the hips aligned, and we're not sticking that hip out too far to the side. We're standing up nice and tall, shoulders aligned with the hips. If you can, choose any position for your arms, keeping the shoulders away from the ears if the arms are up, and gaze forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Palms back to the hips. We are not finished. Finding eagle pose. Garudasana. So this time we try to bring the right ankle on the other side of the left leg. If possible, we bring it back around. We're twisting our legs here. Finding a position, again, where we're as square as possible. Bringing the palms up, palms facing the ceiling. Left elbow on top of the right, and again, twisting. Then sitting down as deeply as you can, keeping the chest up. We're not folding forward. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very good. Slowly pressing through that left heel, releasing the right leg, releasing the arms. Other side, you know what's coming. So finding your tree pose, standing strong through that right foot, choosing an option for what to do with the left leg. The goal is a strong right hip. Again, we need stability here. We're opening the left hip, trying to keep the hips square or aligned, choosing any kind of option where you feel stable. With your hands, then gaze forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Slowly palms back to the hips. And this left knee comes on top of the right. If possible, left toes come back out the other side of the right calf. Trying not to twist ourselves too much in the upper body. Palms up. Left palm on top of the right. And slowly sitting down for 1, Garudasana, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Strong right leg pressing up. Releasing the left leg. Releasing the arms. Whew. Coming back to the top of the mat. Just a little bit more to work on here. So going back through those lunge poses like in sun salutations, toes together, heels slightly apart. We'll inhale the palms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, step the left leg back. We'll take some time finding lunge here. Right knee aligned with the right ankle. 90 degrees if possible on that knee. If you feel comfortable, we come up to standing. We have a neutral pelvis. The tailbone is down here. We're not having too much of an anterior tilt in the pelvis, so that our spine is long, our chest and shoulders are open. If we're comfortable, if we're strong, we bring the palms up and gaze forward again, shoulders away from the ears for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's a balanced class, palms down, forward. And then we'll inhale, open the right arm, following it with the gaze, exhaling, close. Second round, inhaling, open, exhaling, close, keeping the hips square, inhaling, open, twist comes from mid-spine, exhaling, close. 2 more, inhaling, open, exhaling, close. Last one, inhaling, open, and exhaling, close. We made it. Let's come to the ground, palms down either side of the right knee, dropping down on the left knee, taking a breath, and then seeing if we can sink in a little bit deeper. Stretching that left hip flexor, then keeping those hips square, spine long for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Strong palms, tucking the left toes, pulling the right foot back, downward facing dog, spine is long. Let's take a break, take a breath here. And we'll go ahead and step the left foot forward. Again, finding lunge pose. Left knee aligned with the left ankle, 90 degrees on this knee. Hips are square, tailbone down, so pelvis is neutral, spine is long. You want to inhale the palms up, deep stretch on the right hip flexor, gaze is forward, shoulders are rotating away from the ears for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Arms forward, palms facing one another, shoulders relaxed. As we inhale, open the left palm, following with our gaze, exhaling. Close, inhaling, open, exhaling, close. 3 more, inhaling, open, exhaling, close, almost there. Inhaling, open, exhaling, close. Last one, inhaling, open, and exhaling, close. Palms down either side of the left foot, dropping onto the right knee. Finding a balanced position before we sink our hips forward. Again, a nice deep stretch on that right hip flexor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tucking the right toes, pulling the left foot back, again, finding downward facing dog. We'll take a breath. From here, we're going to find a side plank position. So pulling the body into plank, extending, moving your legs back if you need to. We'll bring the right palm to the center, and then open up the hips. So different options here. We can bring the right knee down. Knee would be aligned with the palm. We can bring the right foot behind if we need a little bit of support for balance. Or we can bring the left foot on top. Strong obliques here. Then ideally raising the left arm. If possible, gazing up at that arm. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Left palm back down to center. Finding plank, we'll open up to the other side. So again, you've got options here for how we find this position. Choosing the one that's working for your body today. Chest is open, shoulders strong for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right palm down, back into a plank position. Strong shoulders, strong spine. We stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bending the right knee, the left knee. Pulling your body back into a child's pose, so if possible, the hips come onto the heels and the chest comes down. If this is uncomfortable, we might come onto the forearms and have a bit of lift in the spine. Again, choosing the option that is working for you, that feels good for your body today. Finding your breath, trying to stay calm and centered. Then we'll come back up into our hands and knees position and find balance here. So we want our knees aligned with the hips, knees hips distance apart, and aligned underneath the hips, spine is long, palms underneath the shoulders, fingertips spreading and open so we have a nice strong base here. Shoulders are spreading, we're not collapsing into this. Starting with cat and cow, dropping the belly, raising the chin as we inhale, gaze up, exhaling, chin to the chest, spreading the shoulder blades, inhaling, gazing up, exhaling, chin to chest, inhale, gazing up, exhaling, chin to chest, 2 more, inhaling, gazing up, exhaling, chin to chest. Finding that neutral spine, finding balance again. So from here, you might bring the right knee slightly toward the center line. We're going to balance on the right knee and the left palm. So slowly extending the left leg back. Just trying to find a straight line. We're not trying to have too much extension here. And bring the right arm forward if you can. Gazes forward, or if it's more comfortable, you can look down. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we'll do that same thing like cat and cow. As we inhale, we extend, gaze slightly up. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Second round, inhaling, extending, exhaling, flexing. Third round, inhaling, and exhaling. 2 more. Inhale, hips stay square, shoulders stay square. Exhaling. Last one. Inhaling up and exhaling. Slowly dropping the right palm, the left knee. Finding your center, adjusting if you need to. Left knee might come slightly toward the center as we exhale. Extend the right leg, the left arm, gazing forward or down. For 1, strong spine. 2, strong hips and shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, lifting, extending, exhaling, elbow to knee. Second round, inhaling, extending, exhaling, elbow to knee. Remember to keep the shoulders and the hips square. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 2 more. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Last one. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. Good job. Palm down, knee down, taking a breath. And we're going to go in one more direction. This time you can keep both palms down. Extend the left leg. We'll turn the left toes out slightly. And we're going to pulse back and forth to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Dropping the left knee, extending the right, turning the right toes out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly right leg down. Again, go ahead and pull yourself back into a child's pose or modified version, or anything which feels like a comfortable resting pose for you. Your palms can be forward, or you can extend the arms back. You want to feel calm and relaxation throughout the shoulders. finding your breath. Then palms down near to the knees, pressing yourself up into seated, extending the legs forward. We'll take a seated sequence. Still gotta work on that stability throughout the core. So even from here, we'll find some balancing poses. But starting by finding that nice strength, flexibility throughout the hips. So if we can, we're sitting up nice and tall on the sits bones. You might feel bones kind of pressing into the ground. Finding a neutral pelvis, so instead of having a posterior tilt where we're leaning forward like this, we're trying to find length. Chest and shoulders are relaxed. Palms down near to the hips, pressing through the ball of the foot, pulling the toes back, legs are active, inhaling fully. Exhaling, chin toward the chest, gaze is toward the nose for 1, 2, everything active, 3, 4, shoulders away from the ears, 5, pressing through the palms, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, release your hands. We'll inhale the palms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold, keeping that pelvis nice and long, so if possible here, maybe a little bit of a forward tilt. Noticing where we have length in the spine, so anywhere where we find that length is good for Paschimottanasana. Breathing deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, releasing, coming back up to seated, counter pose, bending the knees, feet hip distance apart from one another, maybe about 90 degrees here on the knees, palms down behind the back, fingers are spreading. Inhale, pressing through the heels, rolling the thighs in, lifting the hips. Keep lifting the hips as we roll the chest open, drop the neck back for 1, 2, tabletop, 3, 4, 5, feel the stretch in the chest, 6, 7, and 8. Good, slowly hips down. Again, extending the legs forward, coming back up into seated. We'll find Navasana, boat pose. 3 rounds of this for that core strength, and also through the hip flexors. So legs are active. We lean our spine backward, keeping the chest open until we find the point where our legs want to come up. If you need to, go ahead and bend the knees. We'll bring the arms forward, palms facing one another, gazing toward the toes for 1. If you want, extending the legs, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bending the knees, pressing through the palms, finding a nice long spine. Keeping that second round, leaning backward. Extending the legs, extending the arms for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly bending the knees, coming back into seated, pressing through the palms, finding that length in the spine. Last time, leaning back, extending the legs, extending the arms for 1. You can do it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bending the knees, coming back up into seated. Whew. Take a few other seated poses. From here, go ahead and bend the right knee slightly. We'll sneak the left ankle underneath. If possible, left heel comes near to the right hip. If it doesn't go that far, it's okay. We'll just bend the right knee however we can. If possible, right ankle comes on the other side of the left knee. Right palm down behind the spine, keeping the chest open, spine long. Inhale, raising the left arm. Exhale, twisting from mid-spine, left elbow outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Right leg and left arm are active, pressing against one another. We're lifting throughout the spine, gazing over the right shoulder, spreading the chest open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting back to center. Right knee, if possible, on top of the left knee. If this is not going to work for your body with both sits bones grounded, take any comfortable seated position. We will do those same arms that we did in eagle pose. So palms up. We'll go ahead and bring the left elbow on top of the right, wrapping them around, seeing if you can bring your palms almost to prayer, spreading those shoulders, sitting up nice and tall. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale, slowly release. This is Gopakasana, cow pose. So we'll do the same on the other side, slowly releasing and extending the legs, shaking them out if you need to. We'll bend the left knee, bring the right ankle underneath. If possible, right heel comes outside of the left hip. If not, remember, we really just need this left knee bent, but if possible, left ankle outside of the right knee. Left palm down behind the back, inhale, lengthening the spine, raising the right arm, exhale, twisting from mid-spine. Right elbow outside of that left knee, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting, keeping that chest nice and open. Again, twist comes from mid-spine for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Slowly coming back to center. If possible, left knee on top of the right, sitting up nice and tall. Again, if this doesn't work, no problem. We're working on spreading the shoulders. Any comfortable seated position. Palms up. This time, left elbow on top of the right. This is what we did last time. Do the reverse of whatever you did last time. Spreading those shoulders, sitting up nice and tall for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale, slowly releasing the arms, releasing, extending the legs, shaking them out. We'll take Baddha Konasana, or butterfly, so bending the knees, heels together in front of the hips, ideally quite close to the hips, but see what works for your body. Trying to sit up nice and tall, so again, we're not collapsing into this, and gently rock through the hip sockets. Butterfly. If you're feeling pretty open, you might grab the feet from above and below. Roll them open, bottom of the feet facing the ceiling. Inhale, lengthening, rolling that chest open. And exhaling, forward fold, spine stays long. Pressing the little toe side of the feet into one another if you can for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhale, lengthening, back up to seated. Exhale, slowly closing the knees, extending the legs, opening the legs for Vishnu Konasana. Wide leg forward fold. We only need about a 90-degree angle. We're not trying to open our legs all the way. So keeping the hips active, pressing again through the feet. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, forward fold. See where we can come with that nice long spine, keeping activation in the inner thigh. If possible, we grab the feet from outside. Maybe our chin and chest come toward the ground. Breathing deeply, keeping those legs active for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Strong hips, back up to seated. We're going to find that balance. See if you can lift the legs and find this position in seated. If it's hard to get there, no problem. Bend your knees. Grab the feet from outside and see if we can find this position. Pointing the toes if possible, rolling the chest open, gazing up. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slowly bending the knees. Coming back into a butterfly. One more time, gently rocking through the hip sockets. When you're ready, again, extending the legs. We're going to lie down on the back before we're in a fully reclined position. We're going to do one more balance. So, We'll bring the legs up to 90 degrees. If your back is very tight or your shoulders are very tight, you might stay here. If we've got a little bit more mobility, we might see if we can bring our toes back and the feet toward the ground, legs on the ground. We're taking an Invaya Panisthasana. Pressing through the toes, seeing if we can find this position in balance. Spine as long as possible, rolling the chest open, gazing up. For 1, 2, just playing here. 3, seeing if you can find it. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, legs down, back into a butterfly, gently rocking through. And now we will find our reclining position. So closing the knees, rolling back from the spine, finding a constructive rest position. Feet are hips distance apart, parallel, toes facing forward. They're aligned, again, with the hips. Knees are pointing up. They're not rolling out or in. Hopefully relaxing a bit through those hip flexor muscles, relaxing the spine, letting the chest roll open, shoulders sink into the ground. You can do whatever feels comfortable with your hands. Taking a few breaths here. And we're going to bring our palms out to the side, palms facing the ceiling, taking one more twisting pose. So we'll do those eagle legs. We'll bring the right leg up, right knee on top of the left, and if possible, right toes tuck underneath the left ankle. Inhale. As we exhale, we drop the right knee toward the left side, trying to keep the right shoulder anchored. So our right knee may or may not reach the ground. We turn to gaze over the right fingertips, breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhaling back to center. Slowly releasing the right leg. Bringing the left leg on top of the right, and if possible, left toes underneath the other side of the right ankle. Inhale. And exhale, twist, bringing the left knee toward the right side, gazing over the left shoulder, trying to keep that left shoulder anchored in the ground. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inhaling, knees back to center. Exhale again, slowly releasing. One more time, we're going to open up into a butterfly position, just in recline. No need to rock the hips. Just letting gravity do a little bit of work. Breathing. And then closing the knees, taking a happy baby pose. So we'll bend the knees, bring the knees toward the chest. If you want to, you can grab the knees and roll forward and back on the knees. Otherwise, we see if we can grab the big toe, bringing the knees out to the side. And again, rolling side to side, forward and back, whatever feels nice and comfortable on the hips, on the lower spine. Just kind of enjoying this pose, trying to ease out any tension or strain. Again, closing the knees, heels to the ground. We'll extend the legs. Take a breath. And we're going to inhale, legs up to 90 degrees. We're not finished yet. A little bit more for that core, which we need for our stability. We'll inhale, the chest and shoulders up, lower spine stays on the ground. Seeing how close the chin can get to the knees. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale, slowly releasing down. You can keep your legs up or bend them, relax them, whatever feels more comfortable. We'll take a second round. And inhale up, gazing toward the knees. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale slowly down. This time you can bend the knees. Heels come near to the hips, so our knees are bent a little more tightly than our constructive rest position. Feet parallel, toes facing forward, palms down near to the hips. We're going to come up into a bridge pose. So inhale, pressing through the heels, rolling the thighs in, lifting the hips, rolling the chest open, shoulders under. Keep lifting the hips. There should be space between the neck and the ground, space between the chin and chest for 1. Legs stay active. 2, not letting the knees roll out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhaling slowly down. Taking a breath if you need to replace anything, moving the heels a little bit. Go ahead and do it. Replacing the heels, replacing the palms. Second round. Inhale, pressing through the heels, rolling the thighs in, lifting the hips. Keep lifting the hips as we spread the chest, roll the shoulders under for 1. Legs stay active. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale, slowly rolling down. This time we'll bend the knees toward the chest. Again, rolling slightly forward and back, side to side, relieving any tension again on the spine. Anything that feels good for your body. We're going to finish by bringing the legs up into a relaxed inversion. We'll take Shavasana, but after Shavasana, we'll have a slightly lengthened, meditated breath before we fully finish the class. I encourage you please to stay until the end to make sure you get the full relaxation. After challenging your physical balance, we'll see if we can find some mental balance. So bringing the legs up to 90 degrees. Remember, you can bring your legs, your hips against a wall if you want to make this a much more relaxed position. If you have shoulder stand in your practice, you're welcome to take it. I will cue shoulder stand in Halasana. Otherwise, we stay here for 16 counts. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From shoulder stand, you can lower into Halasana for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Halasana, slowly giving support back up in the shoulder stand. And everyone slowly rolling down, using your core if we can. We'll try to keep the legs straight. If you need to bend your knees, go ahead and bend your knees. But eventually, our heels find the ground. And we will find Shavasana, letting your feet be hip distance apart, maybe slightly wider, fully relaxing the hips, relaxing the ankles, letting the feet roll out to the side. Making sure you feel length in your spine. If anything feels compressed, go ahead and adjust your body. So hopefully your pelvis is neutral, your spine is finding its normal curve on the ground. Your shoulders can relax into the ground. Chest rolls open. Arms parallel to your legs, maybe slightly wider, palms facing the ceiling. When you're ready, closing your eyes. Mindfully again, relaxing the chest and shoulders. Relaxing the neck. Relaxing the jaw. And relaxing the face, the facial muscles. We'll take a few minutes here. In quiet Shavasana, the goal is to find stillness in your body. Let the nervous system find its neutral, let it calm down after the practice. Breathing deeply. back into your breath. Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, slowly release. One more time, inhale. And exhale, release. Bring your awareness back into your body and your surroundings, gently wiggling your fingers, moving your toes. If you want to, you can slide your heels together along the ground, bring your palms together on the ground over the head. One more time, inhale, stretching the body wherever you feel like you need it. And exhale, slowly releasing, relaxing all the muscles of the body. Taking your time, bending your knees. Slowly rolling over on one side of your body. Using the lower arm as a pillow, the upper arm for support. Keeping your eyes closed here, we'll press ourselves up into any comfortable seated position. Remember, we're going to take a little bit more of a meditative seated position, just 2 more minutes here of the practice. So finding a position where you're grounded from the sits bones down, feel length in the chest, length in the spine, openness in the chest and in the shoulders. Letting your palms rest wherever they feel comfortable. You might, if your knees are bent, you might have them on the knees facing down for grounding, or up for openness. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Scanning through your body, noticing if there's anywhere feels a little bit sore or strained from the practice today. Maybe it's telling you this is a point of weakness or a place that needs a little bit more attention. And as we take 5 more deep breaths here, just see if you can imagine that on every inhale, you're bringing oxygen to that area of the body for healing. It's not really going to happen, but we'll just imagine. And on every exhalation, we're releasing tension, trying to release stress from the body, gently allowing a bit more openness and grounding. So inhaling, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling tension, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhaling, focusing on a point of the body that needs attention, 3, 4, and exhaling stress, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Taking your time. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Continue to scan through the body, noticing how you're feeling, noting how you felt throughout the practice. Did you feel grounded, even if it was challenging, kind of rising to that challenge? Or was it creating tension and stress and making things difficult? This might be slightly reflective of how we're feeling these days. And so doing whatever kinds of activities help you feel that grounding, help you feel that equanimity in the face of stress is really valuable. But thank you for joining the practice today. I hope that you enjoyed, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Please go wash your hands and your face, Stay safe and well.